Thank you. Good afternoon and welcome to the first ever IVAW Northwest Winter Soldier event. This is one of the many events that the Seattle chapter has been working on to bring awareness about and bring an end to this horrific war. Our efforts have included a successful Soldier You're Not Alone concert, as well as GI rights protest outside of Fort Lewis, which reached out to active duty soldiers throughout the area. We are also able, through aggressive fundraising, to send 14 members of our chapter to the Winter Soldier testimonies outside of DC that happened in March. Thanks to everyone who helped us raise funds for that event. And now here we are today at the Northwest Winter Soldier to show that American policies in Iraq and Afghanistan are leading to war crimes. Winter soldiers, according to the founding father, Thomas Paine, are those who stand up for the soul of their country, even in its darkest hours. Today it is difficult to challenge our government's policies after September 11th attacks. As the great Dr. King once said, a time comes when silence is betrayal, and we will not be silent. We as Iraq veterans against war are standing up and speaking out. Whether we are concerned about the injustices here in America or the perpetuation of violence abroad, we have an obligation, not only as veterans, but Americans, and also as human beings, to do what we can to stop it. Now, what does deserve silence is the memory of the dead. The 4,000 American soldiers and over 1 million Iraqis. But let us also include the thousands of brothers and sisters who have been failed by the VA system. Also, one of the IPAW members, Thomas Young, is a young veteran who's recently paralyzed less than a week after arriving in Iraq. And he's been out of a coma since Monday, so he's being our moment of silence. If we could please have a moment of silence. Thank you. I have a couple of announcements to make before we get started. Most of you should have a flyer here, The Tyranny of Oil, on your seats. And this is a book recently written by Antonia Juhas. And she'll be speaking later on in one of the panels on corporate pillaging in Iraq. Also, too, if anybody here needs or feels overwhelmed by these testimonies, we have healthcare professionals down in the back of the lobby, and they're there for you, for your support. And for those who would like to volunteer for peacekeeping, please meet in front of the IVAW table before the last panel. As well as at the IBW table, we had a report of a citizens hearing on the legality of U.S. actions in Iraq. It's the case of Lieutenant Aaron Wakata, and that's free for y'all to pick up at the IBW table. Now I'm going to pass it over to Michael.
Thank you. Thank you all for coming here.